Hey, everybody. Before we start this episode with our guest, friend and fellow comedian, Kenny Kane, I just want to talk to you about a bunch of things. Go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Jim and Eddie Talk Shit, and like it and post on there. That's where everything goes on, right, Farside?
Yes, sir.
What do you do on there?
I post pictures, videos. You guys post stuff. You comment on shit, call everyone faggots. I'm trying to think. That's about it.
Yeah.
But there's more. There's more.
And then we got a YouTube page, which is youtube.com/Jim and Eddie Talk Shit, where we put videos from the show. We also have Twitters, which are at Eddie Ift, at Jim Jeffries, and at Talking Shit News. Who controls the at Talking Shit News one?
I do.
What do you do on there?
I tweet stuff like pictures, videos.
What's your Twitter?
You guys
What's your
tweet
Twitter?
at me, call me a faggot.
What's your Twitter?
My Twitter.
Nobody cares. Okay, so then we've got other shows on the network. We've got the Moncast, which you're on. Aren't you on that show?
Yeah, I'm on that show. You guys post in pictures and call me faggot.
Okay. And then the Wadcast. What's that show about?
That show's about CrossFit, and you guys call each other faggots.
The Wadcast is about CrossFit, so if you like that kind of stuff, listen to that. And then the Brian McCarthy interview show is one of our shows, and we got him to leave National Lampoon, and he's now completely on the Talking Shit Network. So what's that show about?
Well, Brian McCarthy is actually a very interesting person.
Why?
And, I think he's a faggot. And
Also, you can donate to our show. You go to jimandeddytalkshit.com. We've got packages. You donate, but you actually are buying stuff. You're buying T-shirts, stickers. We got stickers now. What do the stickers say?
they actually have a barcode, and when you scan it with your phone, it's a UPC, and it sends you to a picture that says you're a faggot.
No, it doesn't.
You're right.
That's
Actually, it
where
actually
you're
sends
wrong.
you to www.jimandeddytalkshit.com. You can post them at local schools. You could post them. You could post them on a laundry machine. You
On
could post
babies.
it on babies.
Dead
You could post it
animals.
at the McDonald's across the street.
Pregnant
you could
women's
post it on the
stomach.
pregnant woman's stomach. Advertise for the baby. The baby's
Dog
gonna
shit.
like it. You could put it on dog shit. You could put it on trees. You could put it on the back of your old uncle's van.
Yeah, so whatever. Show you're a good shithead and get some stickers. So donate. We'll send you stickers with all the donations. You either donate $25, $50, $100, $250, $500, $1,000. $1,000 you get to come to the fucking rape cottage. And we'll call you.
A very kind person because
Yeah.
you actually donated.
Exactly. That's what
That's
we'll do.
very sweet of you,
Uh,
and the fact that you did that is very kind.
We've got our own navigator coming out. Yeah, a navigator that you can download to your smartphone, and it'll tell you where to go, and it'll be us talking to you.
fucking
More,
serious?
yeah, more of that shit to come. And
Jesus.
the live show tickets are still on sale at the Paris, the Empire Comedy Club. That's June 14th. What's going to go on there?
Well, Brian McCarthy, and there's actually a very special announcement in this episode that you should not stop listening 45 minutes in
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. Do you think this is a better intro, or are people going to hate this?
People don't like it because it's longer.
Yeah, it is longer. And go to iTunes and comment. If you comment, that's what helps us go up in the rankings. So please comment and write night stuff. And go to Stitcher and download. And in the promo code, put Jim and Eddie Talk Shit. And that helps us too. Now I want to talk about Buck Tanner's Frequently Asked Questions, Volume 1 through 10.
Whoa, what's that?
Oh, it's a funny book about anything from fucking vampires to scoring weed for the president.
What?
Yep, and it's all written in Frequently Asked Questions format, easy to read on the shitter.
I don't like books, Eddie. What do you say about that?
I say you got to learn to read, retard.
Well, I
this
don't
is
like
funny
holding
shit.
paper.
Too bad.
I have my cell phone, my iPad. What do I use?
You can get it on a Kindle.
Get out of here.
No, I swear to God,
You're fucking shitting me.
Swear to God, he's a professional writer, and this dude had a publishing contract, and he walked away because he was like, "Fuck this! I want to write funny shit. The publishers won't tell me what I can do. I don't want to be censored. I don't want to apologize." So he wrote this shit, and now you can get it for $3, and download it on your Kindle, your iPhone, your iPad, or we'll tattoo it on your body.
The whole books.
The whole
all
book.
10.
We will tattoo it just like they did in 24, or Prison Break, or one of
Memento.
those shows. Yeah, Memento. We'll do it backwards. Basically, if you can hear this podcast, you can get this fucking book. That's all you got to do. Download it. So go to bucktanner.com or get it on Amazon. That's bucktanner.com or get it on Amazon.
Support a shithead that's supporting us.
Is that what we're supposed to say?
That's what he wrote.
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and thank you, and let's start the show.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's in
You want to start, Jim?
No, I don't.
Okay. I don't want to start it either, so let's never have the show. Are we going? Are we recording? All right, this is Talking Shit. I'm Eddie Ift. I'm sitting here with Jim Jeffries.
Hello.
We've got our guest, Kenny Kane.
What's happening?
And the whole gang is in the room, minus Chris Adams. Wait, is there someone else missing?
Is Lilith's dignity a character?
Lily, what's going on with the hair today?
Right?
I didn't straighten it.
Is that what it looks like?
Yeah.
That's what you'd
It's
wake
curlier.
up to?
It gets to be a
Little
quaff.
I think it looks good. It looks
Thanks,
fine.
Jim.
You look great.
I'm just
It's like my
imagining.
black hair or something coming out. I don't know.
I didn't know you straighten your hair.
I do. So
Why won't you go out with me?
There's not enough room between my hair and I.
You should have sex with me.
I'm the most famous person. There are certain things we're not allowed to talk
We're not
about
allowed
on
to talk
Talking
about.
Shit
We don't-
anymore.
we don't-
We've had a gag order because apparently big people in the industry will come down on us. And we'll be talking to lawyers.
Yeah.
And
agency, they've been teasing
agents.
me.
Yeah, so
They teased me.
yeah, so Jason is very connected now.
Jason's very connected on the bald patch.
Yeah. And he's put a gag order on the show. So there's certain
Because there's lives at stake. Jason should start a podcast called "There's No Lives at Stake."
Or steak.
Or steak. There's no steak would be another good thing.
A lot of fans don't like when we talk about Jason, but you don't understand. We can't help it. He makes us. He forces. He hasn't been here in how long? A week, and he still had enough impact.
Where is Jason? I'm sorry. I'm just kind of catching up with everything.
Yeah.
Jason is
In a state of denial.
Jason's mom. Jason's mom has cancer, and they wanted to make it worse.
Yeah.
So they had.
But
Jason
when
come
he
home.
took it to the hospital, they discovered that he needed more work.
His mom has cancer, so Jim and I got together and thought, let's send him home. So we put him on a flight, which we also thought would be funny. I wanted to give him a camera just to film everything. He Twittered.
When can I expect my meal?
I always get a free meal. What do you mean there's no meals? He
I like the middle.
it gives me two people to talk to.
The middle's good.
Can you imagine the fucking person that got seated next to him on a plane? They had to talk
I bet you Jason probably got a hot chick. All the years of flying, I've never had a hot chick, and Jason probably got one. First time.
I got a hot chick this week, and she was crazy. Like,
I had a
So did I.
I had a great crazy one recently where I got on the plane and I sat down. It was like one of those little planes, you know, for the hour flight where it's 2 seats on each side. So there's only aisles and windows. That's all you've got, right? And I sat there and there was a newspaper sitting on the seat. And I thought I was the first person on because I was using my fly 1,000 times thing. And I thought I was the first person. And there was a newspaper on my seat. So I folded it up and I put it in the front bit of the seat,
Yeah.
the back bit of the
Yeah.
seat in front of me. And then I'm sitting there, and then this woman comes up. She's probably in her mid-30s, but with crazy eyes, just like fucking crazy eyes. And she went, "Where's my newspaper?" Like that, right? And I went, "Oh, I didn't know someone was sitting here. I just put it in the front seat. There it is, it's right there." Right? She proceeds to read it with a certain level of, like she's not reading it, like she's just a lunatic, where she's really whipping the pages. She's really doing the whole, that one, right?
and she's mad that you've rolled it up.
Yeah, like she's just whipping the pages across like that, right? So I thought, oh God, here we go. Well, it's only an hour flight, right? We've taken off. First thing I do is, and I do this all the time, I shut the blind, right?
As you should.
Because the sun's coming in, I want a little rest, and I don't want the fucking sun going at me. She reaches over my body and puts the blind back up. Like, I couldn't fucking believe it. And I went, "Are you fucking kidding?" Right? And I went, well, these dogs don't like swearing all of a sudden?
They just thought the yelling. I don't
Okay.
know.
And I went, "Are you fucking, stop it."
Harlow, stop.
Take the dog upstairs. Sorry.
Upstairs now. Go.
Right. So I went, "Are you fucking kidding?" Right. That everyone sort of heard it on the plane, and she looked at me. She panicked a little bit, right? The guy in front of us, he had an empty seat next to us, and And she went and sat with him, and she went, "You wouldn't believe how rude." And he was like, "I heard," and he gave me a bit of a look, and I was like, "Good luck with that one, mate." Right? Like that. And then I fucking kept my blind down. And I snuggled back into my thing. This guy at the end of the flight, he gets up and looks at me like, "Fucking hell, man, that was hard." Like, by the end of the flight, he's on my side. Like, yeah, I hear you.
I was booted off my plane this week because, or not, I was in Indianapolis, had to connect through Charlotte, and I get to the airport and they're like, "Our flight's delayed because we have no flight attendant." So basically the flight attendant was hungover, doesn't show up, it's a small plane, and they need a flight attendant. So we don't get to go, so I miss my connection. So they put me on standby for the next flight. I go up to the counter and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on standby, blah, blah, blah." And they're like, "Yeah, there's a long line of standbys." And I go, "Well, I really need to get to California. I got something to do. This girl comes up behind me, really hot, and goes, "Whatever he has to do, mine's more important."
That's true. Hot people have more important things to do. I have to defend her on that.
And I turn and I look at her and I go, "You're fucking rude." And she goes, "Oh, I didn't mean it like that, sir." And I'm like, "You don't have to call me sir." And now I'm all hurt.
Because you're old.
Yeah.
And she's young and hot.
So I
with
go-
things to do, and all you have to do is get home and whittle something.
That's what I thought. Like, I have to get home. Mine's a lie. Like, Ludacris is picking her up at the airport or something. So I go and I sit down at my computer and I'm plugged into the wall. So she's got to plug in at my wall. And she's like, sits down. I'm like, "You have the audacity to come over here?" And the next thing you know, she starts talking to me. And I go, "Look, I go, what do you have to get home for anyway?" She goes, "I was just saying that." And I go, "Well, they're giving money. They're giving you vouchers or money if you don't get on this plane."
That's not how she makes money.
And she goes,
She does some cushy job, or she fucks guys.
She goes like this. She goes, "Oh, so I could give my ticket away." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I go, "And then I'll take your ticket." And she goes, because she had a ticket. She's like, "Oh, I had a ticket." She goes, "Oh, so I could give my ticket away." And I go, "Yeah, and then I'll take your ticket." She goes, No, I want to stay and we can drink all day till the next flight." Yeah. And I go, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, we'll fucking just get drunk in the airport." And I'm like,
That would have been awesome.
So then we both get tickets. We go on the plane. As we're going on, this little kid beside me looks at my ticket and goes,
Like, "Are you a fucking idiot? Why didn't you get drunk with the hot shit?"
This little kid looks at me and goes, "Hey, you're in the window. I'm in the middle. I'm sitting next to you." He goes, can I switch with you?"
Oh, God.
And I go, "No." I'm like, "I got a window." And she goes, "I'll switch with him." I go, "No." And he goes, "I have really bad anxiety and I get claustrophobic and I need the window."
Or the
And
window
she
makes it
goes-
worse. That's the last place to get
he
out.
said he likes to look out and see.
This is
And
like
she
Eddie
go-
F. Jr. here.
She goes, yeah, that's what I'm like, "I've got anxiety too." And he goes, "Please." And she goes, "Switch with him. What do you mean?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not fucking switching with him." So I go, "You switch with him, and then you can sit next to me." So she goes,
Where was she seated?
she was like 3 rows ahead.
She's just yelling back through
No,
rows?
we're in the jetway walking down to the
Oh,
plane.
okay, that's fair enough.
So then we sit down. I take the window.
The little kid looked at your ticket while you were walking?
Yep.
Fucking weird
Yeah,
little...
a nice little kid though, but
No, not nice.
no,
little
he
kid.
was nice. He turned out to be really good stories. So I'm sitting at the window. He's in the middle. She comes. There's an Asian guy in the aisle. She comes up. She goes, "Sir."
I hate Asians.
She goes, "Sir, you have to sit up in my seat." And he goes, "What?" She had a middle seat. She goes, "They want you to move." And he's like, doesn't know much English. He's like, "What's this?" She goes, "You have to move." And she forces him to go up to her middle seat, and she takes the aisle. So I've got the window. Little kid's got the middle. She's got the aisle.
Why didn't you swap them with the kid?
I did.
Right, of course.
I went, "Listen, I really care about your anxiety. I'm really worried, and I want to sit next to the."
Why was this kid flying by itself?
He was 19, but he
Oh.
was really
Oh,
tiny.
he was 19.
He was tiny. And she was fucking crazy. She told me she's got butterfly wings tattooed beside her vagina. So
No.
she said it
She
looks-
hasn't washed and her flaps are stuck to the side.
but she was fucking
Looks
crazy.
like a giant moth.
There's more to it. But let's talk to we got our guest, Kenny Kane, tonight, who is a good friend of both of ours. Kenny, I've known for years from comedy.
Kenny's my personal trainer.
and Kenny also does
Wait,
training.
do your listeners know that even?
They do now.
Jesus.
Yes, Jim has a trainer. How's
Which
that?
I haven't seen Jim work out in a long time.
It's been months.
It's been months.
It's been months, but I think I've still got like 3 or 4 sessions left in the jar, so I'm all right.
On your list of celebrities that you train, where does Jim rank?
I'm not your worst one.
Well, like, what kind of ranking system are we looking at?
In-
As far as like,
Most
celebrity status,
most
or, like,
famous,
condition,
and then condition.
famous like mid-level fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think my condition's going to be as high ranking.
Yeah. So I put him in the middle of
Condition?
people on the lower
But
end.
we've had some good times, Kenny. we've had some successes.
We have had some. Well, we get consistent.
I got a new DVD being made in July, and I'm going to need you again.
All right. then
We
let's
lose
get into
another
shit.
quick
He does.
10
He does that. He's one of those, and he does do it. Where like
Absolutely.
I work out all the time, and I never chant. Nothing gets good or work. Jim will look like shit, and then for a week work out.
Oh, no.
and look good for his shoot. Like look really
No,
good.
for the pilot, you got in good shape. And for
I
the-
got into
for-
great shape for the pilot.
and then
But he does it like really quick, and he's like a binge.
Don't
eater.
tell Kenny I just starve myself.
Do you?
I tell Kenny I eat protein afterwards. I don't eat any protein. No. I ate a fairly low carb diet, not a no carb diet, for a couple of weeks, and I ate a lot of protein, and I fucking work out like every day, like twice a day.
so
Really? Twice a day?
Before, like 2 weeks before I have to do something like the sitcom.
Right, he
yeah,
gets going.
Yeah, but I have my moments. I've got a gym in my house now.
No, and
I've
I
got
will
a
say,
full gym in the house.
and Jim, I will agree with Eddie that once you get going, like when we get consistent, there is, and you start.
You don't
getting
have to
shit
agree
going.
with Eddie. Eddie has to agree with you. Eddie's not my
But Ji-
benchmark of
Ji-
fitness.
Jim's not the one I'm worried about right now. The one I'm worried about, Machete. What can we do?
We've talked to Machete before. Our mission with Machetes, we've got a door, so we're going to try to get him. Machete, we're going to go for 35 burpees.
35 burpees?
For 35
Is
burpees.
that gonna be
and
the-
then touching? Well, that's the starting point.
Yeah, that's
give
good.
me 5. It'll start with
Because once I
5.
saw him do
5. He goes 5.
Five. I'm good for 5.
Once I saw him do 10 dry retches in a row.
Machete, what's your weight at right now?
About 300.
What can we get Machete down
Wait,
to?
fuck off.
What do you
Machete,
mean?
you weigh more than 300.
I haven't weighed
How
myself
tall
in a
are you?
while.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Okay, so
Oh, you're more than 300.
So you weigh 90 pounds more than me.
That's a lot of fucking pounds.
Aren't you wishing Jason was here right now?
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah, Machete handles it well. So now, Machete, how old are you?
Just turned 30.
Just turned 30. And
What
then-
about in Mexican years?
42.
Yeah. Because you people don't live as long, what with all the gang crime. It's better than black years.
No, hey. I'll take what I can get.
Way better. Sickle cell anemia, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
They have their own diseases.
When was the last time you ran from the cops or did exercise?
I ran from the cops 2 weeks ago. And
Did you really?
No,
Oh.
just kidding, no.
Right.
No, yeah, the last time I exercised was probably about a year ago.
Okay, what'd you
Solid.
do?
Wait a minute. Are you sure it was a year?
Yeah.
Was there talk of like a bug that could ruin all the computers in the world?
Well, what I do, I kind of just try to jog around the block is basically what I'm doing. It's like I walk and then jog
Yeah,
and
it's-
then walk and
Now,
then jog.
prior-
It's actually a Monopoly board he has.
It was, do you remember the last earthquake? That was Ernie's
I
jog.
try to jog around the town and not get too many hotels in my feet. You know how it is.
Look at Farside. Don't think we're not coming to you next.
But Farside's lost a lot of weight.
How much have you lost?
I'm at 260 now.
Wow.
From
Down from
312.
what? No kidding.
Wow.
And how'd you do it?
Did things. I
You just ate one chicken a
exercised.
day.
I dieted. Cut stuff out.
So your dick looks
Can you get me a
centimeter
beer?
bigger.
Yeah, sure. I'll go to the store get you some.
We
beer.
don't have any-
They have them in the house.
We don't have any beers here?
Why
I
didn't
don't
you go
think
to the
so.
store? What's wrong?
What's your
I
job?
don't have a card. I was asking people for cards.
Ray's got the card.
Can I have the card? Sure. Can I go get some beer with the card?
And you know what we'll do? We'll time you. Let's see how this exercise thing's going. Hold on, let me get. Where's the
He goes,
stopwatch?
those are running shoes.
They're Pumas. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they'll
We're
work.
ready to go,
Good.
Farside. What's the closest place?
There's a place right around the corner.
All right,
It'll be,
I
it's
got-
Wait, Jim, wait, time out.
Wait,
time
wait,
out. Let's
yeah,
put
yeah,
a
wait.
standard to this, okay?
So there's
first
it's
of all,
half a block this way, half a block this way, half a block this way. So I'd say 1.5 blocks, 3 blocks total, which is close to I'd say about 300 meters.
I want the elite to go with
300
you.
meters one direction.
Well, I want the
total.
elite to go with you so that we know it's done properly. But as part of the drill, you have to carry the case of beer above your head on the way back.
Yeah.
I like that.
Totally overhead.
Jim, getting very creative with the workout here.
So what? It's a half a mile run to my car, and
We know you
Why
don't
do you have to go to
you
your
don't have to
car?
go to your car.
The little bottle shop.
You're going
The
straight
bottle
to the
shop in
place.
corner. Why do
yeah,
you
I'm
go?
not running that.
That's
Hey, I've got it. I'm kidding.
Every white guy runs in that area.
Wait, no. Well, we got to give him a time before he goes. We got to give him a time.
Wait. So it's
It's 300, 600.
and to buy it.
So 3, 2. Okay, 8 minutes.
Oh, there's no way he's gonna get that.
8
No,
minutes.
but you got to give me a couple of minutes to buy stuff.
No, I give him a 2.
No, the Asian guys are good. They're quick.
Hanging out and chatting.
Listen, dude, this is
He's jogging in place
like
right
this
now.
is
as he's
enough.
getting ready to
Farside,
go.
this
It's
is
not
some
like
serious
it's not
shit.
like Jason. It's
No.
not like he's going to get a movie deal on the way.
but Jim, we gotta give it a sense of urgency. So we're giving you 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Okay. Now, if you don't make it, what are we having them do? We're having them do
Cock taco.
cock taco.
Right, yeah, cock taco.
No, another tattoo.
Okay,
You're gonna get Jason's tattoo.
Okay, so a cock. I don't even know what-
No. I just like to look at your penis. Just show us your penis
you
if you like. That's all I enjoy.
Gay.
You haven't seen it. It's a wonderful little thing.
You have to see it. Doc. It's so small.
it's like when you get the little vodka bottles on planes.
Worse.
It's
What did you say it is? It's like a.
it's stone and it's chilling out on a beanbag.
Let's do this. If he doesn't make it back in 8 minutes, we'll put peanut butter on his penis and let Harlow go to work.
That's it.
What if I do make it? That's the thing.
Then you get Harlow
Then you-
to lick the peanut
then
butter
you-
off your penis.
Yeah, then you don't have to have peanut butter on your penis. Like that's it. It does seem worth
No,
it.
then we're gonna put peanut butter on Harlow's penis, and you're gonna lick it off.
No, we're gonna do this. Just a bit of your sack. You gotta put it. We won't do it on the penis because that's when it becomes.
Where's
like
the credit
abuse.
card?
We'll put a little bit of peanut butter on your scrotum, and Harlow's allowed to lick it off. If you don't make it back in 8 times, your time starts now.
Go Farside, go, dude. He is hauling ass. He was ready to go.
He's gonna get hurt.
There's no way he's gonna make 8 minutes.
Does anyone know?
Is it legitimately?
Does anyone know
300
how to
meters?
make a,
No, it's way farther than
an iPhone
is it way
jump
farther than
forward?
that?
We'll switch.
Yeah, but I've already hit it. How do you make an iPhone jump forward?
I'll figure it out. We'll fix it. That he doesn't.
I don't know that it has that feature. Actually,
Fuck.
Yeah,
I've done a lot of timing on this thing, and I've never seen that.
Fuck.
God. So wait, Jesse, you're saying that that's further than, and Eddie just said
I
that
think
not
I think
close.
it's probably a half mile to the liquor store.
Oh, is it
way.
really?
Oh, the liquor store, or does he go right here on the
He's got-
boardwalk?
To get beer?
Yeah, on the boardwalk.
Isn't
Yeah,
but it's
on the-
up a little bit, isn't it?
No, but the elite knows where to go. No, it's just down there.
It's like 2 blocks.
Oh,
It's
really? Okay.
300 meters maybe.
And is that part of his regular job to get beer for
Yes,
Jim?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But also, if he doesn't, well, I don't. It's not just for me. Jeez, I actually in this podcast, I never really get too fucked up. I normally have one beer. Jason gets fucked up.
I didn't realize last week. Do you know how fucked up everyone got?
I had one beer. I wasn't fucked
We
up.
finished like 3 bottles of alcohol, and I didn't know what was happening. But Farside goes, I like to make sure everyone's drinking, so I just keep refilling. And he goes back and forth. You were drinking a lot
I don't remember.
because you and I finished like a bottle of tequila.
What?
I think I had a couple of shots, but I didn't drink that much.
And then Al Jackson and
He
his
was-
chick,
Oh, Al Jackson drinks.
Drank a lot, yeah.
they drank a shitload. Like at the end of the night, I came out and I was like, "Where was all this fucking alcohol?" And everything was cleaned out. And Farside goes, "I like to just make sure everyone
Yeah.
drinks."
No, if you're out and Al Jackson's in a like people always say, oh, I'd love to go drinking with me, right? I get tweeted that every day. People think I'm a terrible person to go drinking with.
Oh, you're the worst.
the worst, right? But Al Jackson, great guy to go drinking with. That's who
Jim
you should
Jeffries,
follow.
I will say this: one of my best friends. Love hanging out with you sober. As soon as you get drunk, I escape.
Oh, you've had good times with me drunk. We've been drunk. Well, you only remember the bad times. Yeah, there's been plenty of good times. My mother says that. My mother goes, "You boys only." I'll have to do the voice probably. You boys only remember the bad times. And Scott goes, you can't take us to Dreamworld once, and that fucking makes up for breaking my leg.
We are now at what?
2 minutes 40.
2 minutes 40. He's never going to make it because he's got to carry the case back.
Yeah, he's not gonna. I don't. Think
I love how Lalit's chasing him with a Canon camera that is so bad in low light.
Oh, wouldn't you love if Lalique got mugged for that camera? Wouldn't that just make your
Hey,
day?
neighbors got robbed yesterday. Yeah.
Where.
Through the window. Took the computer.
They came in through the bathroom window.
It's fucking neighborhood.
It sucks.
Yeah, I don't know how to work my alarm in my house. And
That's not good to tell people, Jim.
No, I know how to do it, but when I come in, I forget I have one, and I don't do the code. I just walk around with the siren going off, and the neighbours to begin with were like concerned, but now no one's looking out for me in the neighbourhood.
I was on Rogan.
I'm the boy who cried wolf in that town.
on Rogan's podcast, I mentioned something about some guy I got in a fight with, and I said, I don't have a gun. He goes, why would you say that? He goes, why would you? He goes, I have a gun and I will choke you out. Don't come to my house. And he goes, don't tell anybody you don't have a gun. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, people will fucking find you and come in your house. Yeah, so you've told people that.
I don't have a gun.
You don't?
No.
I have two.
I have
Mine are in Tennessee. Jason's bringing them back.
I'm thinking, and I've had a home invasion. I've had a tied up home invasion. I've had a horrific home invasion. I still don't have a gun. Because my feeling is they didn't have guns, and maybe that's why I'm alive.
My fear is,
I got cut with a machete, but I didn't have a fucking.
My fear is it'd get turned on me. Like, that I would have the gun, and the guy would go.
They would overpower you so quick.
And they would, my gun that I'm pointing at him, like just like the movie, all of a sudden the guy would grab it, and I'd be like, I'm sorry.
I don't know why Jason has guns. Like, we all know if someone broke in a home invasion, he'd become friends with them. And then it'd be like, this guy's the best guy ever.
No.
Don't you speak badly about him.
No, he would get too excited, and he would want to kill the person out of like to have a story to tell people. Like I've seen him when he feels like there's injustice, and he jumps up, like that time that guy was trying to fight the woman, or some guy beat up a girl on the boardwalk, like threw her on the ground. She was punching the fuck out of this guy, and white chick just punching this black guy in the head like a number of times. You can
5 minutes.
Boyfriend, girlfriend. Oh, we're at 5 minutes. Girl, she's punching him. All of a sudden, the black dude one swat and knocks her on the ground.
Sure.
And Jason goes, "Let's go beat the fuck out of him right now." And I go, he's kind of, feel for him.
I understand the control slap. We have to end this. I do. I'm sorry. I had an ex-girlfriend who was was a plate thrower.
Yeah, I had a plate thrower too.
Occasionally you had to restrain her.
Yeah.
And I fucking. I'm a fairly level-headed guy, right? If I had a real bad temper, I don't have a horrible temper, but I have a temper. I can see how I used to do a joke about that when you meet that, like, the lady who's, I've been married 4 times and all my husbands beat me, I've been unlucky in love. I go, really? All 4 of them? Right? Like, after 3, I'll give anyone 3, but 4.
I won't even give you 3.
Someone's a button pusher.
If it's 2, it's a button pusher.
All right. So let's give...
Where are we? What time?
Let's give scenarios of when you can hit a woman.
Anytime.
We're at 6 minutes.
Wait, so did you ever throw when you got the plates thrown at you?
I'm thinking 4 p.m.
What scenario you can hit a woman?
What scenario?
Childbirth.
I think if you come home and she's fucking a guy and she somehow blames you about it.
Oh.
Because a girl, I've never...
What are you talking about? Crime of passion? You're allowed to fucking put a bullet in her head.
Crime of passion? Yeah.
Yeah, you walk in, you see your wife fucking someone.
I had an ex-girlfriend smash... the most angry I've ever been was in London. I went out with this girl. I lived with her and everything, and she smashed a Santa Claus on a rocking chair that my grandmother gave me, and she's dead. And I'm not a very sentimental guy. I don't keep knickknacks like that or bring them across from Australia to England, but I had that.
7 minutes.
And 7 minutes. And she just, one time I was just ignoring her in a fight, and she smashed that against the wall. Oh my God, that was the anger. I was ready to fucking start swinging then. That was pretty angry. But I didn't. So that's not enough to hit a woman.
I've been hit by a lot of
2
girls.
Santa Clauses. There's a hitting incident.
I've been hit by a lot of...
I've been hit by all of them.
Yeah. I had a girl in high school, beat the fuck out of me in front of the whole school.
Really?
I beat up her brother. So she was like 3 grades older. I was like a freshman or sophomore, and she was a senior. And she came down the hallway, and she was a burnout, like this chick
Yeah.
that like fucked like drug dealers, you know. And she came looking for me, and everybody's like, "You're dead." And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? She just started punching me in the face, and there was nothing I could do. And I just sat there in front of the whole school, just going, "Cunt."
Oh,
Cunt. Cunt. She was hitting me.
I hate to cut you off, Eddie, but I'm about to give a 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Harlow peanut butter balls.
Can we find some peanut butter?
or almond butter. Almond butter will work too.
Whoa, Kenny, why too much?
Shh, my girlfriend will get really mad if she knows we're letting her lick peanut butter.
Eddie, we're not allowed to talk about your girlfriend.
We're just.
Oh, really?
No, that's off limits.
No,
that
but
has to be edited.
this is the thing, right? This is the thing. We just say that we didn't do it, and it was all just a radio stunt, but we're gonna do it.
Kenny, when did you get plates thrown at you? You seem like a pretty mellow guy.
No, it was like I haven't had any kind of relationships like Jim or Eddie, and it's like it really caught me by surprise. It was the NFC Championship game.
It was his first girlfriend.
95. I remember 95, 96 season, and I was going to meet some friends, and they were friends of hers, and she just got. It was at the tail end of a relationship, and she was just sick of everything about me, and I was trying to get her to
I
go
love that
see
bit at the
game.
end. I love that bit where it's like, this is going to be good. We both hate each other. It's like the hardest breakup I've ever did was when someone was still in love with me and I didn't hate
Right.
her, but there was a long
Sure.
distance thing. The hardest breakup of my life was that. But when there's that moment where we both hate each other.
Yeah, then it's clear.
Yeah.
It gets to that point. But it got to she started like Jim. It sounds like this happened to you a lot. I really didn't know. Like she got pissed and started yelling, and then she started throwing, like literally grabbing plates and throwing them. And my response was laughter. I just started laughing at her, and I didn't, which just fueled her
Yeah,
that much
yeah,
more.
that's-
It fueled her anger so much more. But I had
Girls
never
don't
seen
like that.
behavior like that. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? Where's reason gone? And the plates kept coming, and I just kept laughing. And then I realized this is a bit unsafe. And then I started like,
But you knew
ducking.
your laughter was making it worse. which is
I
why
knew
you did
that.
it.
There was a cognitive
I
part of
saw
brain that
my
was getting
mother
that.
throw a knife at my father.
Really?
It was only a bread and butter knife, and he caught it.
That's pretty pimp.
But it was something like we were having baked beans on toast for breakfast, which is a lovely cheap meal, right? But Dad was like, "Is this what we're fucking eating today?" Like he said something like that, and then the knife just went, and he caught it with a clap.
That's like ninja. That's
Yeah.
Miyagi skill.
That's badass.
What did he say after he caught it?
I don't remember all the details. I was very young, but I do remember my dad catching a knife with a clap when my.
I had a girl that I should have punched, I think. I was hailing a cab in New York City at like 5 a.m. coming out of an after-hours club, and I didn't realize that I stepped in front of people, that the cab was coming to them. So the cab just stopped short for me. And the girl, it was a girl and a guy, and she saw that I waved the cab down. She comes running up to me and just kicks me in the shin as hard as she can and took like a chunk out of my shin.
Hold on.
Oh, he's back
I love how Lalit beat him back.
with the camera.
All right, don't tell him. And stop.
Hey!
Okay, what do you think your time is?
Way past 8 minutes.
He said way past 8
All
minutes.
right, let him put it down. All right, get yourself like a spoon or something to
Here,
applicate.
get on the. Let's hear you talk with your fat breath.
I tell you what, if you pick it within 3 seconds, you don't have to do it.
Oh my God. He is beat.
If he what?
If he picks the time that he did within 3 seconds, he doesn't have to do it. 3 seconds either way, that's 6 seconds, really.
I'm past 8 minutes. I'd say probably like 11, 12 minutes.
You, 11.
No, you got to pick the actual amount, like
11 minutes.
11 minutes and 7 seconds.
Oh my God, dude.
It was 11. 11:07.
11:07.
Yeah, but that's not within 3 seconds. It had to be 11:03.
That's amazing.
3 milliseconds?
Yeah, no, just
No,
seconds.
between 3 seconds. You said 11 minutes.
11:03.
You were 4 seconds out.
I didn't know how to go by the second.
I'm not lying to you.
I took a wrong turn.
No, you didn't.
I thought I was going to the. I was so
Yeah,
cocky
you-
because I thought I was going to the bar down the street.
You took
or
a
the
look-
liquor store down the street.
You thought you could easily make it in 8 minutes?
It's right down the corner. Of course I thought I could.
So
but
where did you have to go?
I got there and the fucking gate was down.
See, I told you. I thought I knew that. I knew he was
So we
going
had
to
to go
go the farther
to
one.
the bar, the fucking liquor store up the street.
Oh, well, that
The
sounds
one that's a half mile away.
This is like
Yeah.
this is like the night we made Jason run. Jason.
So you would have made it
That's
easily
actually
if it
not-
was the other one.
That's still a good time.
That's not a bad time.
That's a hell of a time.
Yeah,
that's a
It'd
good
be-
time.
it'd be really
You
good.
have running skills.
Yeah. really
no,
good.
it's just I have long legs.
Yeah, you did excellent. Now put some peanut butter on your balls.
You need a spoon or a knife.
Fuck it. I'll just use my hands. I don't know. What's the point?
I feel like you should be in a robe for this, though.
Yeah, you got a rope? You want me to be in a peanut butter? I'm
No,
sweating.
no. Oh yeah, get off the couch. Sit in one of the wood
Just do
chairs.
the flip of a nut. Just a nut out like that, right? That's all you got to do. We don't have to even have to. Oh, he's gonna do
Wait,
it.
show Kenny your cock first.
Wait.
Let him see it. Let him see it. You got to see this thing. It's amazing. It's like
I love how you guys
it's like-
all know.
It's like Guinness.
Okay.
I actually still haven't seen his cock.
You haven't
Oh,
really gotta see it.
you're missing
What
out.
have they done?
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
God, that's an amazing sack. That's like
Everyone compliments him on his balls.
and the sack is enormous.
Sack.
That's like it's like a sack with a head.
That's
what it is, Jim.
it does look like a snowman.
That's amazing.
All right, get a bit of peanut butter.
Look at the balls. He has big balls.
Oh, they're huge.
No, don't dunk it in the peanut butter.
No, he's gonna get it with his finger.
No, wait. What?
Lily.
Oh, God!
Farside just spilled peanut butter all over Eddie's new couch.
That's the runniest peanut butter I've ever seen. Normally, you can turn peanut butter jars upside down. Is that microwave peanut butter?
Eddie is freaking out right now because this couch is obviously important to someone.
This show,
Podcast is no longer at the Raven Cottage.
Eddie's dead. It's a weird how your relationship. My girlfriend hates me sleeping with hookers.
that
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
this is crazy.
I'm fucking
She'll never
dead.
even notice.
She
it.
will. She
That's
will.
Some
Okay, so now Farside's cleaning this up with his balls out. His balls are just chilling out while he's cleaning up the couch.
oh man.
You should.
Wow.
I think you're fine. Eddie.
Dude, you're fine. I've done this before.
Yeah. Farzad said, "Dude, you're fine. I've done this before."
right? You've cleaned people's houses with your balls out.
No,
No,
make
wait,
sure
when's
that's
he ever-
perfect.
Why is your peanut butter so runny?
Oh, because it's natural peanut butter. You got to stir it.
All right, get the dog down.
This is brilliant.
Oh no, it's all over the floor.
So
Don't videotape this because we can go to prison for this.
you
No, you can't. You're not meant to do this with dogs.
you're not meant to do this with dogs.
There's a rugby league player in Australia. Right? Did I tell this story?
No.
The rugby league player in Australia. He played for Australia. He's top in one of the most popular sports in the country. And this guy, he was minding his mate's dog. It was like a big
I know
pit
this story. Yeah,
bull looking dog. And his mate said, he goes, "You taking good care of that dog?" And so the guy sent a picture back of his cock inside the dog's mouth. Right, going, "Yeah, I'm taking real good care of it." Right, right. And then he sent it on Twitter.
No, he didn't send it on Twitter. He sent an email. The friend put it right on Twitter.
His friend put it on Twitter, but there's
Jesus.
guys around laughing and stuff. And then it went out, and this guy's career's over. He had to move, and he plays in England. He couldn't even play in Australia.
Really?
Yeah. Just if you, we don't have the internet.
I think
It's all over the internet.
I think he
But
plays.
the thing is, it kind of looks like he has an erection.
I-
That's what got
I-
weird about it.
I think he plays rugby in Germany now.
They're cool with that in Germany. They don't mind.
Or Japan. Yeah.
But he's like, okay, don't think you're done.
And make sure, Farside, make sure that's clean. All right.
It's gone. He's gone.
So how were you gonna get the peanut butter
Get
on
dog
the?
there.
Harlow. Farside is
All right, all right. Get
Oh
the-
my
get the dog
God.
down.
Harlow.
Oh boy.
Oh, here she comes.
Harlow, come here.
Harlow. Not Noosa. Not Noosa.
All right, Harlow.
Harlow, come here.
Harlow, come here.
Come here, Harlow.
We gotta.
Okay.
How you feeling?
Hi.
Harlow,
Harlow, come up here.
Guess what you get, Harlow?
you want some peanut butter? It's her
Okay.
favorite thing in the whole world.
Do you like nuts, Harlow? Do you like nuts, Harlow?
I hope she's allergic to nuts.
Sometimes Harlow bites too, Farside. Like just gnaws a little bit. You ready? You handle that?
Okay, I'm holding the dog.
All right, put it.
Hold on.
Give me the dog.
Someone hold the mic for me, though. Hey everybody, this is Farside, and I just wanted to say that due to California Penal Code 286.5 and my dignity, I was not allowed to actually let a dog lick my balls. Because if any person who sexually assaults an animal protected by the section 597F for the purpose of arousing or gratifying the sexual desire of a person is guilty of a crime. And if you think that I actually would let a dog lick my balls and you're mad about that, go fuck yourself. Now back to the show.
Can we go to jail for that? that bestiality?
No, we can't.
Is that bestiality?
Farside can.
can.
I think you could do some time technically.
I
for
didn't
that.
hold the dog. It's
Wait, dude.
freedom, free choice.
My question is though, no, because Jason jerked off.
Jason,
Lawton,
if you're
Lachlan
listening,
Patterson.
if you're listening, that's what a sidekick does.
That's why Farside's here and you're not.
Jason did touch the penis of Lachlan Patterson's dog.
He jerked it off. Not off, like it didn't come, but
flicked it.
No, he moved his hand up and down. Yep, Lily filmed it. He went.
But is it bestiality if a dog licks balls? You know what I mean? Like, because he didn't get any sexual thing, and he didn't get any sexual gratification. No one got any sexual gratification out of the whole
Say
thing.
that to my boner.
No, but you know what I'm saying? If there's no sexual gratification, does it involve? Is that a sexual act?
I think as long as you're actually doing, and I love how you're looking at me, Jim, like I'm gonna the expert on this.
Everybody just looked at Jesse.
I'm just saying that your relatives during the war, they were always tired and.
Yeah, I don't think it's about sexual gratification. I don't think it's on a scale of how good it is. I think it's just the fact that it happens. That's my opinion.
Exploiting an animal.
Oh, Lillian's
Exploiting
saying
an
it's
animal.
exploiting an animal.
Really? Can you shut the door, Lily?
She's just saying.
Can I have a beer too, please, guys?
Farside, did that feel good?
Kenny's never had a beer in his life.
I know Kenny's never had a beer in his life.
Kenny's never had a beer in his life.
No, he said he got a beer drink once. He
you
didn't
want?
like it.
Yeah, so I was in Germany in 6th grade. And
That's always the best time to have your first beer.
the family that I was staying with let me have a sip of their beer. I had a sip of beer.
And you were
I
like,
was in
that's
6th
But
grade.
why not? Why not never? Why would you never have a drink?
This is some gay emotional
And
story. You don't want to hear it.
I know. I have my suspicion is that listeners might not appreciate the story or me, but the truth of the matter is,
No, but I'll take the piss out of it appropriately.
okay, cool. Well, then just do it as the story comes. Then there's two reasons. One, first of all, I wanted to be like my grandfather, and he never smoked or drank, and so I always wanted to sort of emulate him.
Right.
And then
It's funny, I wanted to be like your grandmother.
So the second reason is that by the time everybody started smoking and drinking in junior high, I was getting ready for my black belt test. So I was training 8th, 9th grade to get ready
Be
for
a
my black
ninja.
belt test. And I started when I was like 5. And then
I got to ask you, how have you ever had a one-night stand?
Yeah.
I've had a lot of them.
I know you have. You have a baby from one.
I had a baby from one.
Yeah, I fuck up and come inside a girl when I'm drunk. How'd you get sober?
like how you did that sober is beyond me.
But the truth of the matter is the condom broke. And
Oh,
that's
yeah, I've heard that one before.
No, it did.
Who wears condoms? Who are these idiots? who-
Sober people.
Yeah. Like, wait, just pull it out.
Now I know, Jim. Now I know.
Farside looks traumatized right now. Are you okay with your bestiality?
I have a lot to look forward to in the future.
You know you'll always be remembered for that.
The guy that took a dog
For the rest of your life.
My favorite part is how you called Harlow down.
My problem is my balls have become the new Jason.
Really?
Your balls.
Can we have a balls of power?
Your balls are much more attractive though, Farside.
Yeah. Actually, your balls are more employable.
I was going to say, your balls are more successful. Your balls have a lot less hair on
Your
them.
balls have more connections.
Now listen, Farside. I'm sort of new to this group, so coming in and having a group of guys and one chick basically say, "Oh, you got to see his penis," and I was just like, "Okay."
Were you excited?
No, but
Good.
It is tremendous.
but the thing is, exactly. It reminds me when I play college soccer. We play with this guy Heinrich Dieters, and everybody said, "Fucking Heinrich's schlong." It's gigantic. And then one time we were on a road trip, and we all had to pee on this field, and I looked over, and it was like an elephant trunk just kind of hanging, and then your balls are like would be a
match
perfect
it.
match.
you should get
You got gigantic fucking balls.
when I have
dude.
a
I've never
son-
seen balls like that.
When I have a son, I am going to be very curious about the size of his cock.
Well, it'll probably be very similar to yours. So it's going to look like that.
And what do I circumcise or not circumcise? Very, very interesting.
Oh, that's hard to say.
What are you?
I'm circumcised. I'm not a
It
weird.
looks prettier when
It
it's
looks pretty.
circumcised,
And I'll tell you what.
but it's like, why do it?
One of my uncles had to be circumcised at 22 because he had some type of infection.
Oh, that would be
He had some type of infection that he had to, and so
I went to the hospital one time for a broken finger, and the guy in
that
front of me.
story's not even close to what I just said, Kenny.
No, the guy in front of me had his girlfriend put plaster of Paris on his erect penis, so it got stuck in the plaster of
Oh,
Paris.
she was making a mold.
Making a mold of it, and it got stuck, and they had to do an emergency circumcision. It's like a 50-year-old with like a 23-year-old creative girlfriend, I guess.
Good for him.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah, yeah.
We can
Wow,
make.
we should
plaster
make a
of
mold of
Paris?
your balls.
That's what I'm saying.
We could do it right now.
Do you have plaster of Paris?
No, but
on
you can
tap?
make it. All it takes is flour and water and.
Why don't we just cut
And that
right
could-
to the circumcision part?
I think he was overly circumcised.
And that could be the talking shit trophy,
Are
dude.
you happy with your penis? Do you look at your penis
Honestly.
like, yeah?
It works.
Lately, it's better than it was.
What do you mean?
Well, I've lost weight, so my penis has
Gotten bigger?
shown more, and
Yeah.
It just proportionately looks bigger.
the balls are. Imagine what it's gonna be like when I lose all the weight, and I'm like, dick and balls are big.
You're nuts. It's not
No,
gonna
your
happen. Your
dick- your
dick's not
dick
gonna
will
grow.
never get
Your
bigger.
dick is never gonna hang lower than your balls.
Yeah, and I've never heard a girl say to her friends, he had big balls.
Yeah.
Girls don't give a shit about testicles.
Balls,
as long
there's
as you
no
got
reason
them,
for
as long as you got them, they're happy.
All they do is fucking sweat, stick to your leg, make kids. They're terrible.
I've always thought that about balls when they go. There's always this thing that like balls are so painful. If you get kicked in the balls, it's so painful.
They
right?
are. They are.
And but then there's the argument that it's the only organ. It's because it's an organ that's just hanging in a bit of skin, right? Like if there's a little rib cage around your testicles, then that would be better, right? Your balls wouldn't hurt. Like, but imagine if you didn't have a rib cage. Like maybe being punched in the heart would be more painful.
Probably.
Or someone just kicked me in the liver. It fucking stings.
So you're basically saying it's an organ that's unexposed.
I'm saying it's an organ that needs a rib cage.
Well, I agree with that. And they say that's why when you get cold and stuff, your balls shrink up. It's to protect your
No,
balls.
but the reason why it's in the balls is because they come down for weather and all that type of stuff to climatize the fucking the sperm to make sure you're producing and all that. Kenny would know.
But
Kenny
the-
knocks up
but-
chicks everywhere.
But the dick doesn't hurt. Like if you got kicked in the dick, my dick's fucking. I could whip something with my dick and it wouldn't hurt. But my balls, you flick my balls. it
What do you
hurts.
mean something? You've never slapped a girl's face with your dick? Of course you have.
I'm trying to think if I had. Oh, I did the mushroom tattoo once. You know, where you slap it and try to make a purple mushroom. Where you, you fucking hit your cock as hard as you can. It leaves a mushroom imprint on their head.
Yeah, I don't know.
You've
about
never done that? It's
I
called the
don't know
mushroom.
about that.
You've never heard of the mushroom tattoo?
I've heard of it. I've never
Yeah, yeah,
practiced
yeah.
it.
Never.
I've tried it. You just fucking sit on their face and you slap your dick as hard as you can on their forehead.
I think it hurts more when you my nuts have been grazed, and that was more
Yeah,
painful than like
grazed
a
is the
direct
worst.
hit. Because that was
There was a
super painful.
guy on America's Got Talent on last night who that was his skill, was being hit in the testicles, and it wasn't like
Was it Brendan Burns?
no, but it felt like maybe he's wearing a cup or something, but. He was being hit with planks of wood. He was just in a pair of shorts. At one time, they had to blur it out because his cock was coming out one side. And then the end, he had a cinder block, and his mate smashed it with a hammer. And this guy's just skill is like his testicles don't hurt.
What would it take to make?
But he's
him
got
come?
this guy had 2 kids. He had 2 little girls.
And this was on America's Got
America's
Talent?
Got Talent.
Wow.
It's worth a view. The guy
Far
who gets
side.
it, he made it through to the next round.
I got rat-tailed once in the cock, like you know when they wind up a towel and flick it, and it was like the end of the tail, just like the very point hit the tip of my dick, and it turned purple, starting at the edge, going all the way up, and that was pain. That was the only time I think my dick hurt. But the balls can hurt. I saw a guy in football in like 8th grade get hit in the balls, and we didn't see him for like 3 months. Like he got hit, he fell down. They took him off in a stretcher, and then everyone's like, "Where's Dan Slater? Where's Dan Slater?" And like 3 months later, he came back to school, and we were like, "What happened?" He's like, "My balls swelled up the size of a coconut, like that big,
Yeah.
and they had to drain them all the time." And
Fuck Dan Slater.
One of the most painful things I've ever seen is my karate instructor growing up got kicked in the nuts, and the other black belt that kicked him broke his cup. Oh. So the front kick went through the cup. He went down, and then 3 weeks later, he got out of a hospital.
yeah, it takes. I'll show you. We've got a friend who's an Australian comedian. He's got a ball sack that is fucking tremendous.
Is it bigger than Farsight's?
10 times bigger?
What?
I got a picture of it right here.
Well, first of all, I got to ask Farsight, have you always been self-aware that you've got like a big sack?
No,
Until this.
not until this show
Right.
did I know how big my balls really
It's a
were.
really big sack. I mean, it's abnormally, but apparently Eddie's got a picture of another
It's weird
man's.
penises, isn't it? Because you can only really judge them off porn and your family members. And
And
so
I-
everyone, I think, feels insecure about their cocks because you're not keeping up with the porn guys.
And I don't think porn, they like big balls. I think they want you to big cock, small balls.
My dad, when he came to visit, stayed at his hotel one night to bring him to the airport.
He has a nice cock.
He slept naked and drunk and above the blanket. So his dick just kept showing up. And it's not pretty. It's not what I remembered it as.
I had to.
Oh my God! Dude,
Eddie
those
is
are
now showing-
gigantic balls.
Yeah, it's one nut. Those are normal? He says his girlfriend like naps on it at night. And he gets it drained, like they drain fluid out and it fills back up.
So yeah, what's his condition called?
Did you hear the guy on Howard
The
Stern?
guy on Howard Stern with the balls
That's
the side of
that's like a
basketballs.
vascularity
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
I mean,
there
that's
was
like
there was a guy on Howard Stern that had balls. Really, basketball?
Well, this, besides the basketball, there's pictures of him. He has to hold them in milk crates. And the surgery's $1 million to get it fixed, so they've started up a charity to try to get, because it involves plastic surgery.
I heard it and I wanted to donate money. I was like,
But
I
this
could
is the
donate
whole
to
thing.
sport
This
now.
is when it's like the fucking medical coverage in this country is so bad that it's like there's a guy with basketball.
yeah, drain his nuts.
Yeah, but this is what I hate about doctors. It's $1 million procedure. I don't think I'd be a very good doctor. I'm not the nicest fucking guy in the world, but I couldn't hear that without putting my hand up and going, "Come on, I'll give you 3 hours of my time."
Sure, absolutely.
You know what I
right?
mean?
Yeah.
But
Like,
also-
is none of these doctors even slightly charitable?
Whoa. But what about this? How did you let it get that big? When they were softball size, why didn't you go to the doctor?
Right.
No.
When they-
He woke up and they couldn't figure out what they were softball size, and he couldn't figure out what had happened. And then he went back. They still were trying to find it, and they got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, okay.
And-
I heard
and-
him talking, and he was talking about how they wouldn't help him, and these doctors had turned him away and said, "Oh, your healthcare doesn't cover that." And I was like, "This is fucking bullshit. The world needs to help this man." Just like the guy with colloidal silver that turned blue, the blue man. Somebody
Right.
needs to fix that because that's not fucking right. That there's a man walking around that looks like Papa Smurf that has blue skin. Like that's an issue. The fact that there is this man, that's like alien. There's an alien on Earth, and the fact that nobody that should be like that should be the subject of every day. Like there is an alien on this Earth, and he took colloidal silver and he turned blue, and nobody cares. And I'm like, excuse me, can we fucking fix this man?
What's colloidal silver?
It's some do you know what it is, Kenny?
No, I've heard of it.
It's
but
like
I
a
don't
thing you
know what it
drink,
is.
and apparently it's good in certain it's prescribed. It's like a natural remedy for things.
The guy took too much and turned blue.
Yeah,
Well, then he's a fucking idiot, too.
I know he's a
though.
fucking idiot, but he turned blue, like completely blue. Like
Yeah, he's blue.
he looks like Papa Smurf, like completely.
I bet there are some chicks that are into that.
no one.
Avatar, dude. After Avatar, I mean,
Yeah, just get a gig in Vegas. They hit as a group of them.
He hangs out with his wife though, and his wife just like acts like nothing. She's like, oh, it was gradual, so I'm used to it.
Can I speak to Lalit, please? Hello, Lalit.
Hi, Jim.
Lalit, what's going on with your week? How's your relationship with Jason?
There isn't one. So it's pretty.
You're still fired?
Yeah, haven't heard from him. Nothing.
Have you picked up another retard to follow you around everywhere?
Far side? You interested?
Wait,
Whoa!
hello, Lily. You've been living out in Glendale, right?
For a little bit right now, yeah.
You're out of Venice.
No, I'm still here. I still have my apartment.
Why are you moving out of Glendale? Is there family problems?
A little bit, yeah.
Economical problems that you have?
Nah, I mean, not really. I could. Well, it's bettering my economical situation.
I
but-
was at a barbecue 2 days ago, and basically, my girlfriend was there, and it was friends of hers, and then there was a couple there that were friends of friends, and there was this British girl at the barbecue, right? And she was one of those fucking know-all fucking cunts who fucking talks a big game, right? About knowing everything. And she said something, and I wasn't rude, but I got kicked out of the barbecue. You know how bad it is when you got asked to leave a barbecue because you upset someone?
No.
Basically, this is what the woman said. She goes, we were all talking about something was bad or the economy was bad. And then she was like, you know what's really bad? And I went, what? She goes, the Middle East. And I was like, no, are you serious? She goes, I don't think the world's ever been in a worse state than it is now. And I was going, what about World War II? What about World War I? I was going through World War I. And she goes, okay, maybe you're right. But economically, it's never been this bad. What about the Depression? So it was just relentless. There's that after that. And then she cried and I was asked to leave.
Where was this?
This was just actually up the road. It was in Venice, but I fucking didn't get. And then she said, "These are things you shouldn't joke about." You know when they cry, they break down because the argument hasn't fucking worked, and then all of a sudden that you're being offensive. But
There's got to be more to that story. You couldn't have just said the depression.
no,
and then
that's the
she
thing.
starts
That's the thing.
crying.
I just started going.
Who took you to this party?
I was there with my girlfriend.
Okay. How did you know the people again?
She did. I didn't know them. They're my girlfriend's friends.
All right. I have to read an email though that we got. That's
My girlfriend's ex-boyfriend was there as well. That was exciting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was actually a really good guy. You know what? He was the only one who defended me when the girl cried. So I got to, hey Chad, if you're listening, rock it out. He is Chad.
Jim Jeffries is giving
Chad the cop from Palm Springs. I got to give you props, man.
Wow.
here's an,
Good guy. I would have stayed with you.
here's an here's an email.
She left him for me. So Chad,
fucking great.
I'm sorry, man. You were the better option, but the heart knows what the heart wants, or something like that.
Here's an email to all of us. Here's what it says. Hey, gang. First of all, fantastic work, everyone, except for one of you whom I'll get to in the moment. Shalom, Jesse. Thanks for making these Gentiles look like fucking retards. You are one of my new favorite comics, and you hold the show together like a boss. Is this to the
Is this for the
this is the
Moncast?
Moncast email? Who gave me this?
That was Giovanetti.
Talking to a microphone, retard.
This was you were.
How quick we turn on anyone sitting in that seat.
You were supposed to give me emails from
That
talking
is from
shit.
Talking Shit.
No,
Hey,
it's for
hey,
Moncast
I think-
at yahoo.com.
I want to hear it.
It's pretty funny, though. He goes, you're one of my new favorite comics, and you hold the show together like a boss. Farside, you will succeed in this business. You got everything going for you, man, and your willingness to fully participate.
Where's this cunt from?
I don't know.
I hate it when people tell us about the business. I hate it when there's some guy's an accountant who goes, if you want to make it in this business, everyone thinks they know about fucking show business.
Yeah, well, he says, you got everything
Farside will never make it in this business.
Not with a dick like that.
No one's ever won an Oscar where they can go back on their reel and go, do you remember when he got the dog to lick his balls?
He said,
Do you know, just doing that, I'm going to list all the jobs that you're never going to have. President. You'll never be president now.
just got rid of that one. That's out.
Out. Over. Pope.
Yep. Pope, you're never getting that.
Even low-level senator.
I would like
Out.
to say any electable position.
TV journalist.
Out.
Over.
Yeah. No
You
chance.
can't be.
No.
Not a chance. They can't have a newsreader at
They
its
can't
own.
have it exposed. We've
No
got film of that.
way.
We've got
No.
film footage of the dog licking
That
your
job
nuts.
is over. Anything to do with kids. Anything. Any job teaching, being a kindergarten,
Counseling.
just babysitting.
Daycare.
Over.
Done.
Those jobs are over.
Anything to do with animals.
Anything to do with
Anything to do with animals.
veterinarian work, dog walking.
Over. Any healthy relationship with a girl.
Done.
Over.
Done.
Out. That's over for you.
Never gonna happen. What's left? What can he do?
I can work at Burger King.
Respect from your parents.
Burger King. You can work at Burger King.
You can't work at Burger
nowhere
King.
where there's peanut butter.
You can work anywhere that's a halfway house type activity, or you can be in show business, but not high end show business.
Not high end. You could do porn.
Low end porn.
Yeah,
There's
because
not a real big ball market in the porn industry.
there is. There's actually a fetish for it, and we can get you in it.
You could be the guy.
Call Skippy. Let's figure this out.
I know people. I want to finish reading this.
I think we actually read that email on the Moncast too. Yeah, I'm pretty.
It's all right. No one listens to that shit. Read it, Eddie.
So he says, you got everything going for you, man. And your willingness to fully participate in the show demonstrates your drive and motivation to become a household name. Keep it up, Machete, Ray, and the Mute. You guys are doing spectacular, although I wish Ray wouldn't try to out bits on the Moncast, blah, 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 blah,
Hey,
blah.
Ray, have you got bits now?
Yeah. Now let's get real. This is something that I've pondered ever since Lalit, or however the fuck you spell her ridiculous name and her bullshit. I've heard this on the Moncast. You guys read this? No, this is stupid.
Jeez, that was a- that was a-
Stopping point, Eddie.
Jeez, that was a good build up, wasn't it?
It's
Ah.
the only funny part is he wrote a 3-page email, like berating everyone on the show, and then the next email was, "Yo, man," from the same guy, from Danny Lang. "Yo, man, I just sent you guys an email, and I feel pretty horrible about it. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, even if it is Lalit. Well, I still believe many of the things I wrote about her, I should have just kept them to myself. Anyway, just wanted you guys to know, sorry, you guys rule. A huge fan."
We're having fun. We love Kenny Kane. He's a great friend. So and he's funny as fuck. And he's awesome on the Wadcast. Listen to the Wadcast. You can hear Kenny Kane. We are going to keep Kenny, and we're going to do another episode with Kenny. So it's going to be to be continued. So check out Kenny Kane at KennyKane.com. You know to find us at JimandEddieTalkShit.com, and also buy your tickets to the live show June 14th at the fucking Empire Comedy Club, the Paris Casino. Farside, anything?
No, honestly, I'm gonna be there. At the show.